Farm finished? Little People patriarch Matt Roloff at risk of losing business license for $4 million Oregon family farm amid feud with sons. Matt, 61, owns and runs Roloff Farms, a 143-acre property known for its famous pumpkin season in Hillsboro, Oregon. Can exclusively reveal Matt has yet to file an annual report for Roloff Family Farms Incorporated. According to the Oregon Secretary of State, the report was due on February 10, 2023, to keep the business license active. While the business, which Matt is listed as the president and secretary of, remains active today, the license is in jeopardy of being dissolved by the state. Matt has made no announcements about the 2023 pumpkin season, though he has continued to make improvements on his farm. Matt recently revealed he is building a new home on Roloff Farms with his son Jacob that took 5 years to plan. The U.S. Sun previously revealed details on the new home that he will likely live in with his longtime girlfriend, Karen. The building permit obtained from Washington County Court in Oregon for a residential house was issued on February 15, 2023. The home will boast 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. The abode will also feature an attached garage, covered porch, and deck. Matt's girlfriend refused to live in the main home as he lived there with his then-wife Amy, who he was married to for 27 years. They also raised their 4 children in the home. Previously reported, Amy filed an annual report in January 2023 to keep her business R Pumpkin Products, ANC, active. The company, which she launched in 2016, sells pumpkin salsa, BBQ, and other types of food products. The address for the business is Roloff Farms, as the items are likely sold during pumpkin season. Amy is listed as the president of the business, while Matt remains the secretary. Amy, 60, sparked rumors that pumpkin season will return for 2023. Whether we don't have the money, don't have the skill set. The argument has further caused a divide among the family, as Zach opted to take a step back from his duties at the farm. Zach and his wife Tori decided to move from their Oregon home to their new $1 million abode in Battleground, Washington. The Little People Big World star has been in a nasty feud with his twin sons, Jeremy and Zach, both 32, as they were unable to come to a financial agreement over the selling of the farm. Matt refused his son's offers on the property. The rejection ignited a rift between the pair, which Zach has talked about on the show. He said, "The north side is the 30 acres my mom and dad shared, and the whole thing was weird." He starts making excuses. Suddenly me and my wife are not good enough to run the farm. The Little People Big World star has been in a nasty feud with his twin sons, Jeremy and Zach, both 32, as they were unable to come to a financial agreement over the selling of the farm. Matt refused his son's offers on the property. The rejection ignited a rift between the pair, which Zach has talked about on the show. He said, "The north side is the 30 acres my mom and dad shared, and the whole thing was weird." He starts making excuses. Suddenly me and my wife are not good enough to run the farm. He previously put in an offer on the property, which Matt also did not accept. Audrey wrote on Instagram around that time, saying that not buying the farm was the death of a dream. Fans suspected at one point that Matt and his ex-wife Amy's youngest son Jacob would take over the farm, as he is photographed there often working alongside his Jeremy made a similar move, as he purchased his own farm with his wife Audrey. He took it off the market in October 2022 and put the main house up for rent. Matt put 16 acres of the farm up for sale for a whopping $4 million on May 12, including the main house. Can't stand the heat. Little People star Amy Roloff's husband gives honest opinion about her cooking, as she makes different tasting dishes. 60 took to Instagram on Saturday to share a clip from her Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen segment. At the start of the video, the reality star had already finished cooking her new recipe, chicken and dumplings, and ushered her husband to try it out. Chris, 60, sat down at the island inside the kitchen of their $589,000 Oregon home for the taste test, which was served to him in a large white bowl. Amy admitted she wanted her husband to take the first bite because she was afraid of the outcome. After Chris got a mouthful in, he paused as he prepared to give his thoughts on the meal. "Don't be too harsh with me," Amy begged, anticipating his critique. "So, my favorite dish growing up was my grandma's chicken and dumplings," Chris recalled. "Hers was kind of a white, creamy sauce. This tastes totally different," he continued as his wife, looking nervous, listened. "But this is very good because you've got a lot more flavors going on here. I mean, with the seasoning and the vegetables and everything." "Don't be too harsh with me," Amy begged, anticipating his critique. "So, my favorite dish growing up was my grandma's chicken and dumplings," Chris recalled. "Hers was kind of a white, creamy sauce. This tastes totally different," he continued as his wife, looking nervous, listened. "But this is very good because you've got a lot more flavors going on here. I mean, with the seasoning and the vegetables and everything, this is a totally different chicken and dumplings than I'm used to. But I love it," the 60-year-old explained. Relieved by the feedback, Amy smiled and replied, "Good." Chris continued to praise his other half, saying, "I like all the extra flavors. I like the ingredients." The video went on to show Amy demonstrating the step-by-step process of Kreshi, captioned the post, "Chicken and dumplings is one of my favorite things to eat. I think of it as a cousin to chicken pot pie, so how could it not be delicious, right? The gravy has fantastic flavor, the dumplings are fluffy, and there are tons of veggies and herbs. It's the perfect comforting meal to make this weekend. The recipe is up on my website now, the link is in my bio." Aiding the recipe, "This is a totally different chicken and dumplings than I'm used to, but I love it," the 60-year-old explained. Relieved by the feedback, Amy smiled and replied, "Good." Chris continued to praise his other half, saying, "I like all the extra flavors. I like the ingredients." The video went on to show Amy demonstrating the step-by-step process of creating the despite Chris' help in the kitchen. It was reported earlier this month that Amy snubbed her husband from her company exclusively obtained the 2022 annual report for Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen to keep her business license active. Amy's business partner, Lisa Dixon, is listed as the registered agent, while the LPBG star is listed as a member. Missing from the annual report is Amy's husband. Chris appears in a number of Amy's cooking videos, as he often tastes her dishes and provides his honest opinion. Amy did not immediately respond to the U.S. Sun's request for comment. The news comes after Amy included her ex-husband, Matt, on her business license for Our Pumpkin Products, Incorporated. She filed an annual report in January 2023 to keep Our Pumpkin Products, Inc. active. The company, which she launched in 2016, sells pumpkin salsa, BBQ, and other types of food products. Its address is Roloff Farms, as the items are likely sold during pumpkin season. Amy is listed as the president of the business, while Matt, 61, is listed as the secretary. For the 2022 pumpkin season, Amy was on the farm with Chris, greeting fans. Its address is Roloff Farms, as the items are likely sold during pumpkin season. Amy is listed as the president of the business, while Matt, 61, is listed as the secretary. For the 2022 pumpkin season, Amy was on the farm with Chris, greeting fans. However, fans have been speculating that the couple, who married in 2021, are having marital issues. In one of her recent cooking videos with Chris, fans believed their body language was off. One person wrote, "No eye contact at all. Are you all up?" Another responded, "It's obvious they're not happy." A third commented, "I see how Amy continues to talk over her husband. Amy, take a lesson in patience. Let Chris speak for a change." Amy was married to Matt from 1987 to 2016. They share 4 children, twin sons, Jeremy and Zach, 32, a daughter Molly, 29, and a son Jacob, 26. Amy was married to Matt from 1987 to 2016. They share 4 children, twin sons, Jeremy and Zach, 32, a daughter Molly, 29, and a son Jacob, 26. Little People, Big World's Matt and Karen attempt to salvage fundraiser as Amy goes MIA. Amy Roloff's fundraiser is here, but she's nowhere to be found, according to a preview clip of the next Little People, Big World episode. The Roloff family has never had a lack of drama in all the years their reality show has been on the air. During the currently airing Little People, Big World Season 25, one of the main storylines has been Amy planning for her fundraising event with the help of Matt Roloff, Karen Chandler, and Chris Marek. At one point, Matt compared his ex's leadership style to that of a dictator, since Amy took over the planning in a major way. Even though she sought out the help of her family, unfortunately, it looks like the fundraiser will kick off without its leader. Access Hollywood shared a preview clip from the next episode of Little People, Big World Season 25, which sees Matt and Karen trying to figure out where Amy is since guests are expected to show up in a matter of minutes. The Little People, Big World preview clip begins. Matt is sitting in a golf cart and asks Karen, "Where's Amy?" looking confused. His fiancée has exasperation in her voice when she replies, "She's MIA." Matt tries to lighten the mood by joking that the next time Amy wants to be in charge of an event, he and Karen will push back and say they're going to be in charge instead. Karen gets a little testy with Matt as she says, "I can't stay here and chat 'cause I have things to do now," and then walks off. Matt says that everyone is trying to stay in their own lanes and not step on other people's toes, which causes Karen to shade Amy by replying, "The only time you want to go in someone else's lane is if they're headed to go off a cliff, and then the lanes get blurred and the lines are disappearing." As a result, Matt and Karen are having to step up and take on other duties that Amy is supposed to be doing. Karen is at the point where she doesn't care who gets credit. She just wants to get the job done. After Karen walks off to continue dealing with setting up the event, Matt is still sitting in his golf cart, staring at the camera as he reveals more of his thoughts on the drama caused by Amy. "Pretty soon, I'm going to lose it," he admits. "I've been the calmest one in the whole thing," which is the opposite of Karen, who's all wound up. Amy and Chris are evil, which means Matt and Karen are on our own. Amy has been spearheading the planning process for this fundraiser throughout Little People, Big World Season 25. So the fact that she's now missing when there's still a lot to do, with the guests about to arrive, is mind-boggling. She'll probably show up not too long after the scene from the preview clip and make it seem like nothing's wrong when she's been causing so much stress for Matt and Karen. Hopefully, the engaged couple is honest with her and let her know it's not okay to go MIA on the big day. LPBO. How Zach Roloff feels about Chris taking over the Pumpkin Tour's Little People. Big World fans were surprised to learn that Amy Roloff's husband, Chris Marek, took over the Pumpkin Patch Tour on Roloff Farms, but Zach Roloff seems to be okay with the changing of the guard. There has been some serious tension on Roloff Farms since Matt Roloff refused to sell the land to his 2 sons. Now, Zach is choosing to distance himself from the property. Chris joined the family officially when he married Amy on August 28, 2021. After they met at a paint and sip party a few years back. The two hit it off, and Chris embraced Amy's 4 children. For a few seasons, Little People, Big World has witnessed Chris bond with Zach, as he has supported his stepson at his weightlifting competitions, along with many other ventures. Zach had given the green light to Amy, reassuring her that she had chosen the right man when it came to Chris. The real estate agent had also stepped up when it came to working on the family farm, and at times looked to be really enjoying himself. Zach was known to be a creature of habit, and while he wasn't always into working within the pumpkin patch, The father of three often found his happy place behind the tractor wheel, giving VIP tours of the family farm. In an episode of Little People, Big World Season 24, Zach was shown sitting down with Amy as they discussed the farm's future. The 60-year-old revealed that her ex-husband Matt Roloff was reducing the number of wagon tours to 3, and that he had asked if Chris would also be interested in doing his own VIP tour. Little People, Big World fans could see that Chris was nervous, but forged on as he asked if Zach would take it personally if he took over the tours. Zach immediately replied, "No, dude." The soccer player shared that Chris would meet some amazing people from all over the world. As TLC viewers are well aware, the tours on the farm have always been led by Zach and were very much considered his thing. But Chris noted how well Zach took the news and was thankful he had his blessing. It turns out Zach was being truthful with Little People, Big World fans, as he revealed in a confessional that he was a bit more upset than he let on. To Zach, the private tours were a good job, noting it was fun while it lasted, but that part of his life was now over. Viewers are still upset that Matt was so money hungry when it came to selling the farm to his children, and hope that one day Zach and Matt can heal their feud. Little People, Big World. Everything to know about Amy's fiancé, Chris Marek. Roloff from Little People, Big World is engaged to her newest love interest, Chris Marek, and we are ready to share lots of fascinating facts about the reality star's fiancé. Over Amy's decade-long career on television, fans watched her marriage to her ex-husband Matt Roloff fall apart. This led Amy to leave their Oregon farm. Amy has finally found a new significant other in Chris, and fans are very curious about him. Although Little People, Big World is in its 22nd season, Chris's relationship with Amy dates back to 2017. They met when Amy attended a blind dating event. Even though Amy was paired with another bachelor, she and Chris connected after he invited her on a motorcycle ride. Chris and Amy would continue to enjoy Chris's motorcycling hobby when they road tripped across Oregon, Washington, and Canada during the summer of 2017. However, Chris and Amy's relationship was not without its ups and downs. While on the road trip, Chris left Amy alone at dinner for an extended amount of time, without explaining why. Ultimately, Chris returned, but Amy was infuriated by his lack of consideration for her feelings. Later, fans thought that Amy and Chris had split for a brief period because Chris was absent from Amy's social media platforms. In September 2019, Amy officially moved on from her divorce from Matt. Her ex has revealed why he divorced her. Despite fans' fears that Amy and Chris were on the outs, the reality TV couple has been engaged since late 2019. Chris and Amy are currently preparing to tie the knot during the late summer of 2021. Although Chris cannot be traced to any social media accounts, he is regularly featured on his fiancée's Instagram. Her Instagram is Amy Roloff, and she regularly shares photos of her and Chris enjoying their life together. Since they are engaged, they've been anticipating the next stage of their lives together. See them on Mother's Day below. Amy's divorce from her ex-husband Matt was difficult to watch, but it made her engagement to Chris Marek seem much sweeter. As an established real estate agent and motorcycling fan, Chris is a perfect fit for Amy's exciting life. Although the two have traveled rocky roads together, Chris and Amy's marriage will surely be the beginning of a joyful chapter in Amy's life. Fans love seeing her happy on Little People, Big World. Why Little People, Big World fans think Karen's flirting with Chris Marek? Little People, Big World fans have been skeptical about Karen Chandler from day one, and now some believe that she might have some interest in Amy Roloff's husband, Chris Marek. Since she started making an appearance on the hit reality TV show, Karen has been called a lot of things, and the names just keep getting worse. Now fans believe that Karen has an eye for Chris, which is why she constantly flirts with him on television. Karen had been working on Roloff Farms for a little over a decade before she and Matt Roloff went public with their relationship. Although both of them have denied the allegations, many Little People Big World fans actually believe that they were seeing each other long before Matt and Amy's separation. The assumption is that Matt had been cheating on Amy with Karen. Viewers believe that taking Matt Roloff away from Amy wasn't enough for Karen, which is why she flirts with Chris. Fans believe that Karen has an interest in Amy's new man and might be looking to take him away from Amy as she did Matt. In a Reddit thread started by u/Gary's Guitar, LPBD fans discuss just how uncanny Karen's behavior toward Chris has been for the past few seasons on the show. Karen's flirtatious attitude toward Chris hasn't gone unnoticed by fans, and many believe that her behavior is uncalled for. Redditor u/WhatsUpWithThat22 aired their opinion on the issue by saying, "Your rant has been my rant for a long time, so thank you for posting." Whenever Karen gets around Chris, she is just so creepy. LPBD fans believe that even though Amy's relationship with Chris is very secure, she should still watch out for Karen Chandler and keep her at arm's length. Amy and Karen might get along with each other for the show and the family, but viewers believe that both women are anything but friends. On Little People Big World Season 17, when Amy did a solo piece interview, she was asked about her opinion on Matt dating Karen and her opinion on Karen in general. She basically said she can't give her real opinion on camera. This and many other reasons have fueled the general belief among fans that both women dislike each other, but are trying to appear cordial for the cameras. It's hard to say how long Karen and Amy can pretend to keep getting along with each other, if that is what they've been doing. So far, they seem to hide whatever alleged hatred they have for each other very well, and Little People Big World fans can only hope it continues this way, mostly for the continuation of the show and for other family members. Amy Roloff leaves Oregon farm in emotional Little People Big World teaser. Amy Roloff recently got emotional with the Little People Big World teaser when it was revealed that she would be moving from their family's Oregon farm. The reality TV matriarch delivered a sneak peek into a lot of upheaval affecting the Roloff family, and also spoke a bit about what's next for her. TLC made stars out of the Roloff family, which includes Father Matt, who has dwarfism, and Mom Amy, who has achondroplasia. The Roloffs have 4 children: Molly, Jacob, and fraternal twins Jeremy and Zach. Zach, like Amy, also has achondroplasia, while the other 3 children are average height. In 2016, youngest child Jacob left the show, claiming that producers fabricated drama for the sake of filming. In the years since, he's become a published author and recently married. Molly Roloff no longer appears on Little People Big World, but has been featured from time to time on phone calls with her family. According to Good Housekeeping, TLC shared a trailer of the upcoming 2020 season showing Matt and Amy Roloff dealing with changes on Roloff farms. Amy announced she was moving off of the Oregon family land right before Christmas. She notes that her relocation was captured for the upcoming season. She also admitted that she sold her interest in Roloff farms. Amy had good reason to leave the family business to ex-husband Matt. In September, she got engaged to her fiancé Chris Marek, which will also be shown in the upcoming season. Amy spoke candidly about the growing pains within her family. "Everything has changed on the farm. Family that I thought would be forever is different now. The future is unknown." Along with Amy's personal changes, there are also some exciting events happening with her other family members. Her son Zach and his wife, Tori, announced last May that they would be adding to their family. The couple has a son named Jackson and celebrated the birth of daughter Lila Ray this past November. Tori's pregnancy will be detailed in the upcoming season. Amy's ex-husband Matt Roloff will also figure prominently on the show. Since the divorce, say no more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.